Hello, friends. I have here a flower of yellow Dyer's chamomile. The cultivar is Marguerite Kellaway's, in case you care. Um, but anyway, it's yellow Dyer's chamomile, and I've got some leaves, and I thought let's make paint out of the leaves and out of the flower. Yellow Dyer's chamomile is famous in the dyeing world for making a nice yellow color. So let's just pull some of these petals off. When you are dyeing, like if you want to dye a shirt or something, you just put this whole flower head in there, but it would be hard to mull that. I'm using the muller plate. If you have been watching this channel, you know that I've been using a muller plate, and it would be hard to mull the center of that, so we're just going to put 2 drops of water. We'll start with 2 drops of water onto the petals of the yellow Dyer's chamomile and just crush those. And that has made green. And where did my book go? Here's my art book. We'll scrape that off. And it's been a minute since I have made this color. I'm trying to remember if this green dries yellow or if we need to add some alum to this. So there's the plane. This is Dyer chamomile. There's the plane. Let's add, oh gosh, what should we add? Let's just add alum and see if that changes anything. And I'm not going to add any water because this is already a pretty diluted color. Oh, but now I have put that powdered alum on there and it has made it kind of dry. So I did end up having to add one little squirt of water on there. We'll see if this increases the color. When you boil this, it does make that yellow color. So that's a little paler with alum. Let's clean this off. So not yellow, but it's more yellow than the other one. Let's clean that off and try ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C. See if that preserves the yellow from oxidation. And it may. I don't think I've ever done these petals before with ascorbic acid. Certainly not fresh, I haven't. Oh, yep, that has made a more yellow color. Okay. Definitely made a more yellow color. Let me make sure my brush is washed out because if I've got green on there, I don't want to mess up my color here. Oh yes, ascorbic acid. Now, usually we can try this. We have a few petals left. We can try this with citric acid, but usually citric acid will just destroy yellow color. And usually it'll turn green with something like baking, something that is more alkaline, like baking soda. Okay, so there's a touch of citric acid. I'm gonna bet, and I have done this before with citric acid, but did I mention I'm writing a book about this? Well, I've written a book that's coming out eventually, but this is why I had to do a book, because I can't remember all these color combinations for all these hundreds of plants. I just can't remember. And we need a dictionary of all of these colors. And so I approached my publisher and said, yes, let's do it. So I did it. It's all done. It's written. It took me 5 years. But look at how that yellow has intensified just as we have allowed it to sit here. It's gotten brighter yellow. So this is citric acid, and it did not destroy the yellow color, but it might not be as bright. We're going to have to wait because this actually got brighter as it dried. So we're going to have to wait to judge. We're going to have to wait just to, 1 minute to judge. While we're waiting, let's try that. I'm just going to clean up here a little bit because we don't want to contaminate our color, whatever color we're making next. We don't want to contaminate it with any mordant or paint that was left on the mulling slab. So let's take our last, we've used almost the whole thing. We've got just these left. And should we use baking soda? Let's use baking soda. And it's just the tiniest touch of baking soda and 1 drop of water. And this is not really drying as bright yellow as that ascorbic acid did. Just keeping an eye on that. And smush this with the baking soda and see if it has turned green, which is what I thought it would do, is turn green. And it looks like it has indeed turned green. So again, this would be a fun paint. Because sometimes, especially in the winter when there's not so much to do, I get where I just want to do a painting, and it's fun to do a painting with all the different colors just using one kind of plant. Oh, excuse me. So that's not a bright green, but it is a little more green. And that was baking soda. Okay, now in our last moments here, let's clean this up again. And then I told you that I brought some of these leaves in. They have such an interesting leaf. The Margaret Kelways has such an interesting leaf. In fact, I might just do a quick print for you because isn't that, it's, I don't know, it's kind of ferny. This leaf is almost like a fern. And if we put this in here, and then you guys have seen me do a spoon print. I guess we could do a spoon print. Do I have a spoon? Let's do a spoon print, and there is our print. It has left the negative of the leaf. Isn't that interesting? So, and it's got that nice green color. Let's do it in the craft buddy, whatever this is, the embossing machine, which is just a hand-rolled embossing machine. Comes with 2 plates. If you've seen me do this before, we'll put these. And sometimes I put these little pieces of paper just to make it press tighter, although I probably shouldn't do that in this case, but oh well, just because this leaf is thicker. So sometimes on the thick leaves, you don't really need it to go through with more pressure. Ta-da! Let's take that, pull that off of there, and there we go. And those are just the spacer papers. So let's just mull this. I mean, those sort of are spent already, but let's mull this. Let's do it with a drop of water. It's kind of dry. Let's do 1 drop. Do 1 drop of water because I don't want to dilute the color. we'll put too much water on, we're definitely going to dilute the color. And let's see what we've got. I think that's a really nice green paint. Let's put it on our paper. Just sort of slid off the thing here. A green paint. Look at that. I think that's really nice. So this is the leaf mold. And that's the leaf press. Another, again, another plant that really makes a great print that you can use, you know, either do it with the spoon or do it with the you can do it with a brayer, you can do it with a spoon, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to have this little embossing machine, but that little embossing machine, which is it was so cheap, I think I paid $30 for it on Amazon, makes a pretty even, clear print. So if you're going to get addicted to doing this like I am, then you might want to spend $30 there. I don't care if you do or don't, because I'm not selling them, I'm just showing you. And there are more expensive versions too, but anyway, I just think that's fun. That is such a fun. And all of this is from one plant. I'd show you the plant, but the only thing that's left of it is the center of the flower. That's the only thing that's left. Here, this is our grand finale. We'll take the center of the flower and we'll rub it on here. How interesting. Look at that. It turned green. That's our grand finale. We got all of this whole palette of colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus the print. That's, you know, this is the flower center pressed, finger pressed. Isn't that amazing? I just think it's amazing. This is why this is so much fun, because you just can't imagine all the colors and things that are come out of one single flower. Anyway, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for, you know, just playing with me. And, you know, as the youth say, if this is fun, please hit that like button, because the algorithm will not let anyone see this unless people hit the algorithm, hit the like button. But if you hit the like button, then apparently the algorithm will think, oh my gosh, this guy's done something worthwhile. Let's let other people see it. So please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you would like to hang out with me some more. And just, you know, I think this is kind of fun. We're supposed to relax. We're supposed to take a moment. I get so crazy busy and I forget to do something fun and relaxing and chill out and meditative. Don't you think it's kind of meditative? It's just fun to do the art. And so thanks for hanging out with me while we did this. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys soon. Goodbye, friends.